Thank you for having me.
Well, now, do stay tuned because right now what we're going to be doing is going live to our correspondents in Ondo State for the Ondo State APC primary elections that happened yesterday. Want to get an idea of what exactly happened there and what's happening currently. So let's see if we have our guy on ground already. That's Niyi Omoniyi. Hello, Niyi. Are you there with us?
Good morning, Mazino. Good morning, Judith.
Good morning, Niyi. I almost said Mazino. Goodness me, I'm sick of you, Mazino. Well, good morning to you, Niyi.
It's okay.
So much is going on in Ondo State, if I do say so myself. The news that we've been hearing, we've seen it on all the front pages of the newspaper today. We've seen it so far, even on the headlines in our news that we took at 9 o'clock. But you are there live since yesterday, in fact, since Friday, correct me. So just give me an update. What happened all through yesterday? Rumors of materials missing, so much that we've seen. You give us the latest, your eyes and ears there.
So I will start from the beginning of the day before I give you the latest update that just arrived to my phone a few minutes before I came on air right now. So yesterday started on an interesting note where the APC committee chair, who is the current governor of Kogi State, Usman Ododo, when he was asked question about materials, electoral materials that should go to various local governments, and he mentioned that the materials had already been distributed. And journalists were wondering, we've been here since morning, how come the materials were distributed and no one knew about it? But it really didn't have so much to say, and that was where the first red flag came in. Now, very early yesterday, we had moved out of the state capital of Akure to Ilaje local government area, which is the local government of the incumbent, and of course the local governments of few of the aspirants as well. And it's at 8:30, 9, and even to 10 when we were there, electoral materials have not even gotten there. In fact, words were like, the materials were still in Akure at that time, so we don't know when it was going to get there. Now, before you get to that Ilaje local government, we have the Okitiwokpa local government, which we also passed through, and we didn't notice anything. Although the people were there, the electorates were there, the party card-carrying members were already there on ground, mobilizing, because some of them need to move to the riverine area, so they were mobilizing on how to get to their ward. The election was conducted by wards and not polling units. That's what they decided this time around. And when we saw them, there were not even electoral officers there. Now we dashed quickly back to the state capital at around 12. At around 12, most polling units had not, had not even started. Now this exercise, let me explain how it's meant to go. What happens is you stand at the back of the banner of the aspirant who you're supporting. It's just supposed to be a counting process, not a thumb printing or so. It's just a counting process. You stand behind the person you support, and they count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And whatever the number is, they recorded for that aspirant. That is the process. So it's not supposed to take more than 30-40 minutes immediately it starts up. But we noticed that in most of the local governments, it didn't even start. And the few ones where it started, like the Ward 2, Akure South local governments where we went to, just few minutes after we got there and left, violence broke out, and the counting had already, stopped. The counting has ended, and violence broke out there. We hear rumors of the fact that there were supporters of the incumbent with the supporters of some of the aspirants, just went head to head. It was a whole lot, and the news we're getting as well from other feelers we're getting from other local governments signifies that election did not hold at most local governments. Now, that was not even the height of the event yesterday. The height of the event was that even after the exercise was completed, which we can't even ascertain at the time because most of the local governments didn't conduct an election, when we were at the press center waiting to know the location where the collation would take place, we didn't get any information. Everyone we were reaching out to, that the press was reaching out to get information as to where the collation would take place, didn't know anything. We were there from 5 p.m. till around 8 p.m.-ish, when we decided, you know what, they said it's somewhere around the Dome, which is on a huge structure in the capital, and we decided to go there. Now, when we got there, we didn't even see the presence. It didn't look like this was going to be a collation center. The only place we saw, which I shared the videos earlier, was a place called the Situation Room. And of course, we decided, this cannot be the place where the coalition will go on. So we waited there from 8 p.m. till around 12. a.m. this morning, that was when we started seeing signs, and a door just behind the one where the situation room is where the collation center will be. All of a sudden, we saw that it has been arranged, the banner has been put into the hall, and it has been sealed off, cordoned off from press to gain entrance. And we can see a live feed from the hall showing outside, because there are some strategic TVs that have been stationed outside for you to see what is going on inside. Yes, no doubt, once the announcement starts, once the collation starts, we will be given access to this place. Then around 1 a.m. this morning, that was when we got information that one of the reasons why they had not given that announcement was because the result is inconclusive at Okitipupa local government. Now, according to the press release I have with me, let me just read it. This is a press release from His Excellency Alhaji Usman Ododo, who is the chairman of the Ondo Primary Election Committee. Now, it says that election from the 203 wards in 18 local governments, they noticed that the election has to be conducted in the 13 wards of the Okitipupa local government, with a total validated register of registered members of over 9,515, because of validated reports that the exercise did not hold in that local government due to late arrival of materials and personnel as a result of logistic challenges. Now, so the election of that particular local government is set to hold by noon today. Now, let me just describe how far this place is so that you understand, that you can grasp how big this is. Okitipupa local government from the state capital is about 3 hours journey. So which means if the materials don't leave early enough today, the materials might still be getting there very, very late. And once it gets there, let's say it gets there on time and they start by 12, give or take 30-40 minutes, the process is over. Then the information needs to be sent down here. So we're looking at around 2 or 3 or even 4 before the collation starts. But one thing is sure, as I've always assured, once it starts and whatever happens in Akure here, we are going to bring it live.
Thank you very much. That's a very interesting logistics problem you've given us regarding the elections happening right now. But we also heard that some of the aspirants are, well, very disapproving of the way the elections went. Have you heard any concerns of such? In fact, they're even calling for it to be cancelled.
About 4 of the 16 aspirants.
They've shared. Yes, they've shared enough. Some are calling for cancellation, some are calling for postponement, some are calling for something like this, which is conducting the election at some local governments all over again. In fact, the rumors we're hearing is that there's going to be so much litigation after this election, so big that the incumbent will have a lot on his hands, because there are confirmations from them we didn't get to see because we were not everywhere. But the few places we were, there were confirmations that election did not hold at many local governments or even some wards. And if they come to the collation center and results are actually given out or dished out from these various local governments, then that is going to be an issue. Yes, I know about 2 aspirants who has come out to say this is wrong and has called for cancellation, and I've also called for postponement of the APC primaries. But of course, all powers lie within the APC committee to come out and let us know what the way forward is. If they are going to be announcing when the result comes in from the last local government of the 18, and they are going to declare the APC primary, one thing is sure, it's an internal, I won't say crisis, it's an internal struggle. It's an internal struggle. So nobody can really predict this is how it will tilt or not. In fact, according to rumors we also hear, there seems to be some sort of settlement within some aspirants of some local government, because you will notice that local aspirants from other local governments are not really saying much, are not pushing so much as aspirants from this Okitipupa local government. Most of the aspirants from the larger local governments where we got to yesterday are not even pushing so bad, although they've not released the presser. We're waiting for them to get to release a presser. Maybe they are all waiting for the announcement of the APC committee, but after then, that is where we will know when the real deal will emerge. Well, I think the APC is prepared for that, because a 65-man committee has already been set up, not yet announced, but of course we set up for any complaint and litigation. So those are the things we are looking forward to in the coming days.
Well, let's see how it happens and how it unfolds in the coming days.
Yes,
all eyes now are on APC, especially in Ondo State. We can see that all the party faithfuls as well as the aspirants are unhappy. I mean, by the number we're seeing, 4 is to be worried. And to also say that materials didn't get on time, the organization of it in and of itself calling for cancellation. Hopefully we'll see how it turns out in the next couple of days.
Thank you very much, Niyi. And by the way, when you get back, I'm keeping that shirt, just so you know.
Niyi, I want snacks from the Sunshine State. You know me now. I'm a snack monster. I'm a cookie monster.
Thank you, Niyi.
Pounded yam. I'll just package some for you and Mazino.
I trust you.
Grand.